Welcome to another video on Internet Law, Rules, and Regulations for your website, brought to you by InternetLawCompliance.com. Hello, my name is Jenny, and we are going to be talking about why you should have a privacy policy, terms of use, and a purchase agreement for your website. Why a privacy policy on your website? First and foremost, it's the law. Whether or not you collect information about your visitors, viewers, or users, you must disclose what information, if any, you collect and what you do with it. This is usually referred to as a privacy policy, and it must be displayed on your site. Even if you do not collect information, you should display a policy that says you do not collect information. To be safe, you should have a privacy policy even if you are not a commercial site. If you collect information from or about children visitors, you must consult an attorney to draft your privacy policy and to inform you about the current laws regarding children and the Internet. This is a heavily federally regulated area with draconian penalties. Why pay any attention to me? Here's why. I am not just some woman who suddenly decided to talk about the Internet and its laws, rules, and regulations. I work very closely with and build websites for Jack Campitelli, who is an attorney, and who, after he had been on the road speaking for nearly 4 years with another attorney, Sean Casey, Jack decided it was time to write about the legal issues facing Internet marketers and website owners. And he decided to put in a format that almost anyone can understand and use. While Jack and Sean were teaching about asset protection, Sean was also developing some awesome Internet marketing skills. He drug Jack to several seminars that he, Sean Casey, put on with some of the best and brightest in the Internet marketing world. So Jack is not only an attorney, he is an attorney with some serious background in Internet marketing as well. And with that, Jack wrote the complete legal guide to websites. It is not the run-of-the-mill carbon copy stuff that you will find out there in the world of free forms, and some paid ones as well. What it is thoughtfully and carefully drafted material designed to derail most any kind of trouble you may run into by running a website or being the webmaster of someone else's site. With this material, you can actually go to sleep at night and know that barring the most heinous of transgressions, you are safe from the typical nut out there that loves nothing more than to mess with business by filing complaints. Why a terms of use agreement on your website? The relationship between the site and the viewer is evidenced in a statement called Terms of Use, sometimes called Terms of Service. This statement defines the relationship and sets out who may use the site. If the visitor chooses to view the site, the visitor must accept your terms of use. You need this statement even if you are not a commercial site. It is essential that the terms of use be apparent and visible to the visitor. It is customary to place a terms of use hyperlink at the bottom of the home page and any other page that a search engine may direct a visitor. The most prudent course of action is to place the hyperlink at the bottom of every single page. The hyperlink references the web page where the terms of use can be viewed. If you are targeting children visitors, you need to get an attorney now. If you are not targeting children visitors, then you should exclude them in your terms of use with words like you must be 18 years old to visit this site, and this site is not intended for minors and is not subject to the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Why a purchase agreement? If you sell a product, service, or information using the Internet, you have just entered the world of commerce. Your visitor becomes a customer if he buys something. You, the owner, become a seller. The duties, obligations, and expectations you have regarding the purchase must be displayed, along with any attempt by you to limit your liability or warranty. This is usually called a purchase agreement. The obligation is on the seller, you, to be able to prove that the customer read the agreement and accepted it prior to making the purchase. Doing business, even on the Internet, usually carries the obligation to deal with regulatory and taxing authorities. In many ways, the Internet has less day-to-day scrutiny than storefront businesses, and is subject to less regulation. Another great reason to learn how to use it. However, the inherent problems that authorities have in finding or regulating persons doing business on the Internet does not mean that you are not subject to licensing, regulation, or taxation that more traditional businesses are. The various privacy policy, user agreement, and purchase agreement forms are included in the complete legal guide to websites at InternetLawCompliance.com. along with a step-by-step guide on what each section and each form is about and what you need to change and what you might want to change. The forms were drafted by a licensed attorney, Jack Campitelli, who is also very savvy in the internet marketing world. You will find much, much more than just the forms there. You will find information on the FDA, the FTC, spam, BAT, disclosures and disclaimers, and more. All of this for less than anyone else on the internet offers just the forms for. We found a site that charges over $2,500 just for 4 documents. And we have an active fact section, where you can actually ask questions of attorney Jack Campitelli, and he himself will answer them. Imagine access to an attorney who actually understands this stuff at no extra cost. Our disclaimer. This video contains legal information, not legal advice. You are always encouraged to consult with a lawyer about your individual situation, since this video can only deal with general cases, and in reality, there is no such creature. You, the viewer, are entitled to self-advise based on this information, but you are not entitled to look to the author to indemnify your decision and your course of action based on this video. This information is brought to you by InternetLawCompliance.com, where we offer the complete legal guide to websites. This guide includes not only more detailed information on spam, but on privacy policies, terms of use, purchase agreements, COPPA, disclosures and disclaimers, and much, much more. This is just one of several video reports that we at Internet Law Compliance will be posting to YouTube. Subscribe to be informed when we post new information in the coming days and weeks. See you then.